Hey everybody, good morning. This is Margaret Pinard. Welcome to my channel, my fake library channel. And you're on BookTube. So we're here on a first Friday and we're gonna get some reading sprints done. Normally my first Friday is dedicated to a productivity sprint, and it's usually 2 hours and we do 3 sprints of 20 minutes for 1 hour of productivity, or 25, somewhere around there. We're not too picky. But this month it's more kind of reading focused because there's a readathon going on I host called May of the Moderns. It's got a ton of fun stuff, so check out the description box below if you haven't heard me talk about it yet. But you're also free to write or focus on anything else, even do laundry. People have been known to do laundry during these sprints. Um, you can also do that at the same time because we're all clever and multi-talented like that. So I was just going to check in, say hello, introduce those things, mention that First Friday is also being followed by First Saturday. So for the month of May, because of the readathon, I'm hosting 2 sprints a week. Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, because that helps me get into gear faster. This morning, I was just on SD Houston's sprints because she has sprints 7 to 9 my time Pacific. She's in Central Time. So check out SD Houston's channel. She's right here already in the comments, being a supportive, awesome sauce author tuber. She's reporting to make friends with the like button and will be over as soon as her sprints are done. I think they're on their last one right now. And Saturdays are following Jenna the Soul Writer, another awesome sauce author tuber. So that stands for Stream Frogs Unite and Stream Hoppers Unite, reporting to the like button. She's going to have lunch and then come back for editing. And me, I just had breakfast because that's the crazy time zone world we live in. So anyway, yes, we're going with a virtual background today just to switch it up for May of the Moderns. I've got some questions, but first, why don't we ask, what's everyone planning on doing? So let me put that up as a banner. Starting slow this morning, so forgive the being a little behind. What I've got to work on, so there's a coming attraction that I'll talk about in our first break, which is coming up on Sunday. But it's very exciting, so do stay for the first 25 minutes. But the books that I will be focusing on reading today are All Passion Spent by Vita Sackville-West. Sorry, it's coming in and out of the background there. I am, a little past halfway on that one. And William an Englishman by Cicely Hamilton. And this one is scathing, let me tell you. So I was reading that last night. I think I'm a little less than halfway through that one. I'm also listening to, what book am I listening to? Oh, I just started Inland by Tia Obrecht. And that's not a great one for like a reading sprint to be listening to. But that's the other book that I'm reading, not related to the readathon. So that's what I'm going to be reading. Cool Gamer is here. Hello. And let me know what you'll be reading or working on during the sprint. And should I try to put up a timer and share my screen? Or should I just put a timer up? I mean, that's kind of my brand. I'll just do this first time. So 5, let's make it 20 minutes to start. So until 25 after the hour. right. So grab your cup of tea, read, write, or focus. I'll mute myself and give give you some music. No, I'll just mute myself. We'll be back in 20. And it's 25 minutes. So, how did everybody do? Yeah, let's get back here. I was working on setting up a Sunday event, so I will pop that in the chat in a second. Seriela or Alba came in and said, "Cool, I'm in." She is reading The Battle of Puebla, section of Patria, Volume 2 by Paco Ignacio Taibo II. It's quite a name, too. My daughter claims Puebla lost. I'm verifying. Sounds interesting. Sounds complicated. Nice to see you here. What about anyone else? How did you do? I did read one chapter at the end after I did my event of William and Englishman, and scary chapter. Short one. It was high drama. I don't know how it's so scathing, and I don't know. It's unsympathetic and sympathetic at the same time. I don't know that anyone has read this. William and Englishman by Cicely Hamilton. It's interesting, but I'm a little befuddled. But at least it's going quickly. So Tina Simeon, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Let me know if I got it close. Read 14 pages of Heartstopper, Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. BookTube Darling, a very popular book. Excellent. Hope you're enjoying. Love a graphic novel. And isn't it a TV series coming out soon? So that's pretty exciting. Let me pop this in here. Theme the second. So what I wanted to let you guys know about, and which is why I had to make up the event just now, is for Sunday. So as you know, I got 4 other booktubers to write prompts for the readathon, and I wrote the 5th one. So I asked Bree if she could come on my channel, and she had the time, which is awesome. So I'm going to be talking with Bree of Locked Booktition, who provided the prompt for number 2, Race and Class, discussing race class on Sunday at 11 EDT. I'll pop that in the chat. Her prompt was timeless. Read a book that is a Black classic that has issues dealing with race and class that are still relevant today. And I've put it in the description, but not hard to do. If any of you follow Steve Donahue, he did me a favor and talked about the readathon so that people knew about it because he has a huge channel. But he was sort of up in arms about the prompts that I chose because he was contending that they were all sort of woke prompts that were pinioning, skewering, whatever word you want to choose, the cishet white male of the day. And number one, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but that's not at all what the goal was. I was basically looking at all the themes of upheaval in the first half of the 20th century and just trying to distill them into different focused themes to talk about because they all sort of relate. So, but I just thought it was funny that that's how he saw it, right? Rosalind is here. I just met Rosalind Sterling over on Shannon's channel because SD Houston has the best, I should say, most consistent, most motivational, most get me out of bed on Friday morning productivity sprints. So welcome. Jenna says, went back and caught up, had crackers for lunch, but not really feeling much else. Oh no, you're the awesome sauce author tuber. Nice. Trying to get through more of book 3's edits. Ugh, man. Author tubers working on book 3. You, Shannon, Morgan, it seems like it's a theme. Oh, nice. I said it correctly. Yes, it was adapted on Netflix. So yay. There's a series to look forward to, right? And this is the link for the event on Sunday if anyone is interested in flagging that. Yeah. Elva says she saw that reaction and it was sort of weird. I mean, we all have a different lens, I suppose, but yeah, here we go. And people were challenging him in the comments, so I didn't feel like I needed to say much because it's sort of, I mean, the prompts just speak for themselves. So we're having fun. We're just doing our thing and inviting everyone into the sandbox. That's what I'm trying to do. Just interesting. So yeah, so we'll be talking about the race class theme on Sunday with Bree of Locked Booktition, who has an amazing channel as well. Encourage you to check it out. And I don't know if anyone has decided what they're reading for that prompt. I am definitely reading Not Without Laughter by Langston Hughes, which is one of the ones Bree has already profiled. So I got a little head start about themes on that one. And I'm reading it with Beth Ann and Shannon. I'm not sure when because I think they're both pretty busy. They're trying to schedule it in somewhere. I have not started yet, but it is on my pile over there. And Bree does a Black Classic a month, and she hasn't done Their Eyes Were Watching God yet. So hopefully, I will get to come on her channel and talk about that one with her because she brings people on for the different books. And I just watched, I caught it live. Which one was it? Beloved by Toni Morrison, like a day or two ago. And I hadn't read that book since high school, but her discussions are great. So that would be really fun if I could jump on and talk about Their Eyes Were Watching God, because that is a Black classic that I only read last year, and it was fantastic. I think after this, maybe I'll pop up our discussion with Donna Sinclair. Joined me for that one. She's another local historian / writer, and we had a really great, like, fizzing over with enthusiasm for the book because there was so much stuff to talk about, and she did a lot of outside research to expand the context for Zora Neale Hurston, which was great that she provided during the discussion. So very cool. Let me know what y'all are reading for Timeless Black Classic if you are choosing to do that prompt, or just what you're reading now. I think I'm going to continue reading William. And let me pop up another question. I prepared some fun questions here. It is May 6th, and that is the day 6th of May. Give me 6 words to describe your current read or work in progress. How do you like that? Let's pop that in here. May the 6th. Give me 6 words to describe your current read or whip. So if you're reading, current read is my CR, this is my shorthand. If you're writing, WIP stands for work in progress. So currently I'm reading for this. I'm hoping to get started earlier in the morning and be reading for the next one tomorrow. But since I'm reading, I will choose 6 words to describe William an Englishman. Let's go with the ones I've already used: scathing, unsympathetic, farce, insular. This is harder than I thought. That's because I'm doing it on camera. Run-on, because the period just lends itself to run-on sentences. I don't know what it is. And what else? War, because that's the prompt I'm reading it for. So we'll go with that. And I didn't write them down, but you can always rewind. So those are my 6 words for the current read. Feel free to pop in your 6 words for your current read or your work in progress. Rosalind, currently beta reading a friend's book since my brain can only handle reading one thing at a time. Yep, that can happen. Yeah, I am always reading like 3 to 6 things at a time. I don't know what it is. Undiagnosed something or other, probably. Rosalind says, current read, chaotic elves must find missing artifacts. Oh, nice. And work in progress, lovable villains working against each other. Oh, nice. So you're even putting it in a sentence. That's like above and beyond. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, if we are ready for another sprint, let's get back to reading, and I'll leave the question up and change the times here. So let's try 37 to 57. 20 minutes is good. I was going to try to stretch it to um, 25, but I think 20 is good. Of course. Um, yeah, that works. Tina Simeone, wholesome by representation, but currently sad. Oh, wow. Which book is that? Heartstopper. Yeah, yeah. Well, that works. That's not the vibe I got from people who were reading it. They seemed more happy about it. So it's interesting to know that it's more like bittersweet or sad, but that's currently. So hopefully it gets a little picks up, gets a little happier. We've got Amari stopping in to say hello, hello. So we've got our question to meditate on, and we've got our sprint starting. So I will mute myself, and happy reading. I missed my cue. Sorry, guys. Minute over. I got distracted by Instagram. Surprise, surprise. So we had some people stop in while I was reading. I already said hi to Amari. Alba says, the Paco, let's see if I can remember the name here. Paco Ignacio Taibo II, famous Mexican writer, makes history funny. Nice, I like it. Tina Simeone, the later volumes deal with mental health. Got it. Okay, so there's a shift in tone for Heartstopper. Good to know, good to know. Shannon showed up to say hello. Jenna stepped out to go to a meeting. Eva stepped in to say hiya, or hiya, either way. Book Terror's joining to get some reading in. So nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I asked if it's still raining for everybody. And Book Terror said they're reading a prequel novella called Brutal Bloodline, which apparently is a mafia romance that they're reading for a readathon. So that's all worked out in the comments, but I'll condense it for everybody. Rosalind dropped the link for Villain versus Villain in Shannon's sprint, and I just read it during this sprint, and it was great. So let me actually drop it here as well. I think this is a work in progress. Is that right, Rosalind? Let me know. Rosalind Sterling's book in there. That sounds very exciting. Tina Simeone read 36 pages of Heartstopper Volume 4. Excellent job. Way to go. Growing with Books. Hello, hello. Read 4 pages of The Once and Future Witches. Joined mid-sprint. Welcome. That is definitely on my wish list. I do not yet have Once and Future Witches by Alex Harrow, but I really liked her 10,000 Doors of January. So I'm assuming this is going to be a fun read. Well done. Shannon says, cleaning my room. I need to finish Death on the Nile, though. I know. Okay, so this is exciting, and it's readathon related. Shannon and Ben Pick of Running to Write are reading Death on the Nile together. It's a buddy read, whatever that means for them, because people can do it whatever way they want. And they've got a time set up on May 10th to discuss it live, which is very exciting. I know Ben only did his first live like a couple weeks ago, I think, or maybe he's just starting his lives, but doing really well. So I'm excited for that discussion. I haven't read Death on the Nile, nor have I seen the movie, any movie adaptation of it. So looking forward to your guys' sum up. Just Eva saying it's gloomy out, but I think the rain is done for now. Nice. Not here in Portland. We've got the fog going so that the hill across the river is like barely visible. So I feel like I'm on an island. That is Rosalind Sterling's book. If it is a work in progress, yes, it is a work in progress. That blurb sounds good enough to go on the back cover. So yeah, well done. Growing with Books. Just got a notification from Netflix that some movies series are going to be removed, so I need to watch them. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's kind of a hard thing because to me, I feel like if I don't know they're going away, I probably won't know what I missed, so it won't be a tragedy. So I'd rather not have the notifications and just live on in blissful ignorance. Yeah. Maggie says, hello, Maggie. First time here. Penumbra Mine, MM Ward is Maggie Ward, author extraordinaire. We have haze today, probably from the fires. Jeez. It is May. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. Yeah. I keep being offered up in my timeline these images of like how New Yorkers see the US and, just like sort of a comical cartoon map of what goes on in different regions. And like the whole western third of the US is on fire. And I'm like, thanks for throwing us under the bus. I mean, not wrong, but yeah. Hello, hello, hello. So Maggie's working on some heavy stuff. Um, One of the quotes I put in Shannon's chat was, "A change is as good as a rest." I'm wondering if people agree with that in terms of switching it up between reading, between writing, all these things. But here's my prepared question that only works for today. Today's my mom's birthday, May 6th, and this weekend is Mother's Day. So, what is the last great memory you shared with your mom? That's my fun question. So, hopefully, um, we can get some feel good moments in the chat here. And I did not think of this ahead of time, but let's see. Um, First one that comes to mind is that my mom likes to send me surprises in the mail and tell me that they're coming and like get me to guess what they are. And I never do. I never do. But the last one she sent included lemons from the backyard and a dish towel, and those are like two of her favorite things to send. So that was just good. We caught up. She saw. Did I open it on a Zoom or a FaceTime? Um, Yeah, so that was a fun memory that I like to celebrate. Didn't know fire season was already starting over there. I know. Fire season isn't technically until July. I keep saying that, but Mother Nature isn't listening. Hey, it's not Mother Nature. That's called humanity. Humanity's stepping it up. My son's 21st birthday is on Mother's Day, and I was 21 when he was born 21 years ago. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oof. Oof. Right? Memories. Book Terror says, mine just visited last week and it was simultaneously nice and stressful, but I did like seeing her. Yeah, mom visits are good. Stressful but good, right? You gotta treasure them while they're here is my approach. Eva says, I miss my mama. She's coming to visit later this month. It's been so long since we've seen one another. One of my favorite memories was a vacation, just she and I, to Colorado. Yeah, here you go. Is your mom good to travel with? Because that's one of the things my mom prides herself on. We've been on a couple trips, just us together, and they're awesome. So stressful but awesome. I get it. Maggie says all the 21s you need to hit the blackjack tables. Yeah, actually, speaking of 21 and blackjack, apparently Gemma of Books does a TBR game where she uses 21 blackjack, but the British version is called 21s or Catch the Bus, something like that. I thought it was cute and funny. I just learned that. Yeah. So, yeah, so we got a few 6 words for the current reads and the current whips. But yeah, give me your Mother's Day questions and I will get busy changing our banner for the next sprint. Let's see. 6, let's try 10. See if we can get 4 sprints in during our period of study here. What else is happening? What else? Plays. I keep checking. No one's done the tag for May yet, so no news on that front. Yeah, I don't know. What else? The news is just I'm doing these sprints Fridays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. Pacific. I think maybe this is a weird opinion. I think it's strange that we're pending House approval, sticking to daylight time, and we're gonna call it daylight time all year. But if it's all year, isn't it standard time? I mean, call me a grammar purist, but it just doesn't make sense. What am I reading? I am reading this morning William. Virtual backgrounds for the non-win. There we go. William an Englishman by Cicely Hamilton. Yeah, Cicely. So March of the Moderns, this is going to satisfy probably several prompts because I picked it up for war because it's written by a nurse who was on the front lines of World War I. And I'm also coming across class. So that's the second prompt, race and class. and the blood and breed she's talking about, which is a little problematic in this book. Um, Also attitudes towards sex, maybe? I don't know, not so much. I mean, it's a couple on their honeymoon that is behind the German lines, is where we're at right now. And the last 2 chapters I've read have been about the capture and the, like, oh shit moment where the, main character, William, is like, "Oh god, this is actual war. What do I do?" So, yeah, heavy stuff. But good for the readathon. Hopefully, I'm reading a whole bunch of books. Somebody reads, and some just on my own. So William is on my own, so that's why I'm speeding through it because I don't have to coordinate with anyone else. But the other one I'm reading at the moment is called All Passion Spent by Vita Sackville West, and I'm reading this with Chrissy of the Return Cart. She is ahead of me, so I'm trying to catch up. But the tones are actually pretty similar. So I don't know if it's to my advantage to read them both at the same time, but that's how we set it up, and how could I know? So we're just going with it. But thank you for asking, Book Terror. Amari says, my mom always laughs when I go to her and say, Mom, you know what? What? You're my favorite mom. That's a good one. That's a good one. Eva says, probably coding issues with the daylight versus standard variants. I know. It would confuse everyone if, yeah, I know. But it's just like, after a certain period, we should definitely like reset, you know? That's just my opinion. Elba says, listening to my mom and her sister code switching back and forth between Spanish and English after more than 50 years of living in the US. Brilliant and hilarious. Oh, I bet. That's fun. There's actually, it's funny, there's a maid in this book named Genou, which stands for knees, which is also problematic, but whatever. And so she's actually French, and she's with this lady who's 88, I believe, and she puts a little bit of her franglais in there where she's switching back and forth, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to read that too. Eva says, old tech thinking it's the old standard rather than the new standard, which is daylight or whatever, but here's hoping it stays one time. Me too. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I mean, states can always go rogue, as we know, Floridians, but hopefully we can all get on a national standard. Back in my day, we changed the time every fall and spring. Another thing we'll say to the youth someday. I know. I've already imagined this. Like, I have already had that conversation in my head, imagining, like, we used to do this weird thing where we'd have to set the clocks back and set the clocks forward. I don't know who I'll be telling that to because I have no children, but I did imagine that conversation. Is that weird? Is that weird? Oh, the call out, right? Okay, I've already stepped over my limit here, so let me change it and let's get started with our next sprint. Feel free to put up your stories in the comments and I'll get them on the next go around. But let's sprint, and yeah, give us 20 minutes and then we'll be back. I'll mute myself and see you in a few. And we're back. How did that go? Did that work? I don't know. I just put up one of the videos that I have in my work music playlist because it seemed nice, and I'm sure if she had it up, Christy Ann Jones, it would be non-copyrighted, so I figured I was safe. We'll see. See if I get called out. Welcome back. I think we'll have time for one more abbreviated sprint of 15 minutes, so that's good. Thank you, Book Terror, for telling me that you could hear it. I don't know how these things work with the mic, so I needed to test that out. Shannon was saying to Rosalind, I love all the humor on your website. She has it marked to go back and read your short stories, and also liked the blurb for Villain versus Villain, which gave Rosalind a big old grin, which is great. So, love it. Welcoming new folks, getting to know new friends, always fun. In case anyone else wanted to check out the video, it's from Christy Ann Jones, which is a pretty big AuthorTube channel, I think. And Jenna's back, made it back, going back to editing. Maggie's giving out free hugs. Shannon says, finished cleaning, read 5 pages of Death on the Nile. All right. I read a chapter and a half of this, and it's getting pretty dire. They're in the middle of a forest, and I think one of the characters is gonna die. So that's whew. Yeah. Easy, nice, easy, light reading. Book Terror says, I always listen to ambience or ASMR, so loved it. Nice. Nick C is here. Hello, hello. Nick C. Do you have a BookTube channel? Because I didn't have the power to go to channel when I saw you earlier, but you had some cool comments, so I wanted to see if I could subscribe. I think it did. Also, hello. I'm a bit on the later side. Came in, started sprinting to do homework. All right. Welcome, welcome. So we've got our Mother's Day question, if anyone wants to answer that has not yet. Tina Simeone read 20 pages of Heartstopper, Volume 4. Woohoo! It's a page a minute. Nick C says, a great memory I share with my mom is when I surprised her one year with a laptop for Christmas. Oh, wow. She'd never had a brand new one. She lit up and it was the cutest thing to watch her. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, gift giving is a good thing. Mine was when my mom gave me a gift, and yours is when you gave your mom a gift. Good memories. Rosalind says one of the characters in my current read got bitten by a siren, so it's getting interesting. Wow, that's fun. Jen says didn't see any content on Nixie's channel. Okay, well, if you've got another platform where you're more active, let us know. We love to follow and support people. Here's the link. Oh, Maggie's there with the link. Awesome. And Nick says, still sort of working on building one. I'm a bit nervous because I hate being on camera, so finding a way to not be on camera. Yeah, there's several people who've done, let's see, vlogs don't have to have you on camera, or using Bitmojis and graphics don't have to have you on camera. Jeremy Fee is a good example of that. Ritual of Reading is a good example of the the vlog style. Devin's not on camera. Eva's not on camera. So yeah, there's different ways to approach that, but yeah. Cool deal. Well, thank you, Maggie, for putting a link in anyway. Yep, cool stuff. So we've got some Mother's Day stuff. We've got some reading progress. Let me take this down. Sorry, I'm like scattered. My brain is scattering here. Writer, reading. Videos don't need a picture. Yeah. You could always put the camera on the landscape or on the book. Shannon's helping you out. There's a link to Jeremy's channel. No on-camera presence, but great videos. Yeah, Jeremy does all sorts of things. Usually he has screenshots mixed in with Bitmoji graphics that he either like zooms or zooms out, I guess is the opposite. He also does book battles where he has just all the books listed. Some of his screenshots include the Goodreads reviews or like information about the book or the author's like Twitter or something. So it's always like useful stuff if you want to follow what he's talking about. So it's really, really a good compromise, I think. Yeah. Yay. Cool dudes. All right, so we've got about 25 minutes left, and I think I'm going to keep reading William. It is Friday, so why don't we make our last question about your weekend? What's in store for your weekend? That was our last one. And just a reminder to anybody, I am repeating these morning sprints Fridays and Saturdays. So let's go 38. Let's help me with my math here. 48, 8 plus 5 is 13, so 53. We'll end at 53. See how I did that? Mental math. Look it up, kids. Oh. Mari says, only read 10 pages because my classes started. Oh, okay. Well, don't let us distract you from the important stuff. Rosalind has a brand new AuthorTube channel. Yay! Sweet. Already subscribed. Yay! So definitely go check that one out. And let's jump on our last sprint here. So I will, if you have no objection, move on to a Lord of the Rings themed ambiance music. And mute myself and put on that background music and talk to you in 15 minutes. Okay. Missed my cue again. Okay, we're back. 34. 6 minutes to go. Let me take down the banner. Yay! So we got some comments. What's in store for your weekend? We got, here we go. Shannon's finished Death on the Nile. Sunday celebrates Mother's Day. Yes, Shannon's a mother. Hopefully people will be giving you flowers. And also my husband graduates with his associate's degree. All right, so you're sharing the stage. Party for everybody. Book Terror says, very boring, but cleaning, maybe putting in some work for the balcony. Nice. I did some cleaning last night, scrubbed the tub. I don't know. It's good for getting aggression out. Jenna says, Saturday, hosting modding sprints for my first double down day with heart breathings. I think that means she's got her own sprints in the mornings and heart breathing sprints in the evenings. And then Sunday, Mother's Day with mommy, husband's grandmother. Wow. Edit, read, whatever I can in between. Busy weekend for Jenna. Mari says, schoolwork and reading today's materials because my professor has a bad connection. Oh, and maybe I'll bake something. All right, baking sounds good. It's always a good pairing with rain. Jenna says, a few reasons. I go back and forth this month now. Odd weeks, afternoon. Even weeks, morning. All currently mapped out on my channel. Gotcha. So go investigate Jenna's channel. Graduation ceremonies needed me to run logistics. Oof. Yep. Jenna's always accommodating, doing things for others, but I hope it means you catch some new eyes and ears on the streams, my dear. My reading update was, yep, someone died in this chapter. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And of course, accommodating time for my seniors. 3 of them are actually sophomores graduating early. Wow. Is that still, it's still highly unusual, right? Like people graduating early seems like quite the accomplishment. Yeah. Bing. Shannon's like reminding me I'm late. Thank you, Shannon. Read 9 pages of Captive in the Dark by C.J. Roberts, says Tina. Nice. Book Terror finally finished the novella Heartstopper. Excellent. Shannon got lunch and read 4 pages of Death on the Nile. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Rosalind finished reading another chapter. Woohoo! Oh no, the novella. Sorry, that's the mafia romance, not the Heartstopper. Got it. Rosalind's reading Heartstopper. Hopefully resting in store for my weekend, seeing my mom, working on my romance outline for Nick. Excellent. Maggie says editing and vlogging and Mother's Day for the weekend. Excellent. Nick, for the sprint, I got through a couple of video discussion post responses. Have 2 more. Way to go. Throw yourself into that community discussion. That's good stuff. Tina says, don't really have any plans for the weekend, but going to shopping on Monday or Tuesday. Sounds fun. But I was hoping to catch the Puerto Rican movie that's all the rage here. Awesome. That sounds fun. There was, speaking of movies, there was some talk last night on Tiffany's stream about Magic Mike, which I have not seen. But Lost City is still out on the Bargain movie theaters. Maybe I'll go see that. That looked like a fun time. Jenna says, for some of my kids, they're more likely to drop out, so early graduation for them is a huge feat. Maybe not so much for the average high schooler in a virtual world. I don't know. I still think it's kind of high achievement to graduate early, but maybe that's not as much of an outlier thing as I am used to it being. Who knows? Not me. Not me. Not in touch with the young generation. Check that like button for more of the Queen of Books you've never heard of. Thank you, Jenna. Yep, we're at the end of our sprinting 2 hours. So like, comment, subscribe, check out the readathon details below if you have time to read an extra book. Anything will get you into the May of the Moderns. Just reading 1 book is sufficient. So, what movie? Oh, Rosalind says, I'm Puerto Rican. What movie is it? We got some interest here. Nick also sent an Instagram message. Oh, okay. I will check that out. Thank you for letting me know. I'm on every day, unfortunately, so I'm sort of chained to it. So I will see it eventually. today. But that is it that we have for today. Thank you all for joining this first Friday sprint. This happens every month as a productivity sprint. But this month, for May of the Moderns, I follow SD Houston on Fridays and Jenna the Soul Writer on Saturdays. With the iffy schedule. Ugh, all month long. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. I love hearing about the books and the reads and the movies and meeting new people. So thanks for stopping by and introducing yourselves. It makes it feel more like a community. Yeah. Nick says, Magic Mike, I think that's one of those movies you watch for a good time, but definitely laughed quite a bit through it. I watched it with people. It was more directed for them than me, I think. Yeah. Every Friday, have to make sure to end on time. It's all right. We're casual here. Picando Alante. It's on its third week in the theaters. I couldn't go because I was sick. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better and hope you enjoy the movie. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Had a blast. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for hosting. Yay. And Nia comes on to say hello at the last minute. Excellent. Reading's going well. And have a great weekend. I'll let that be our pièce de résistance. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, hopefully. Happy weekend. Happy reading.